So well. It started now. Hey, YouTube, I know I don't even usually start y'all first, man. Yeah, why is it so dirty? What the? Oh, all right. Got to get TikTok up and running. All right. We are talking about school hacks today. Because I be feeling bad for y'all, man. This is something so new. So new. Turn this light on. There we go. There's the life. Hey, hey, come on in. What's going on, y'all? We are in here. Come on in, come on in. You do not want to miss this today. Hey, Manuzina. Hey, Betty. Hey, Reese. Hey, Roblox Cookie. Come on in. Y'all do not want to miss this live. I'm telling you. Are you early? Yes, girl. Hey, I'm questionable. Hey, Addison. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Bree. Hey, Adriana. I missed you too, Helen. I know it's been a few days since I've been live. Hey, Betty. Hey to my YouTube live fam. Hey, Tatiana. I'm doing good. I am excited about this live. We are talking about school hacks, right? It was good, Addison. How was yours? We are talking about, I see all y'all's posts about how y'all just, school is too much. I see y'all's posts about how school got y'all feeling depressed, got you anxious, got you irritated. So I am here to try to bring some type of relief. Now, before we start, y'all already know. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come in before I give my little spiel. My little spiel. What have I done this week? I mean, it's only Monday. I haven't done much. I got some rest, did some praying, went shopping today. Oh, yay. Hey, M Dancer. I'm so glad to hear that. Why are schools so different? Girl, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's good, Addison. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey, Bree. Come on in, y'all. If you know you got some friends that are stressed out about school, invite them, share this. If you got a bunch of people that follow you that are in school, share this. Not to pump me up, but because, hey, we all need some help, right? Y'all need some help. So if y'all know y'all got friends that are like at the end, are at exhaustion, like need some help with school, make sure you share. Hey, Brianna, why are you depressed? Annalie. Hey, Iris. Bye, Iris. Hey, it's Tess. I love you too. So come on in. Thank y'all for sharing. Hey, JLOL. But y'all want this. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you want this today. Because listen, I used to be a teacher. I know how teachers operate. I've been putting grades in I did it for almost 5 years, putting grades in the system, vomiting to learn something. I don't know what that means. Cows. Um, I was a teacher. I know how stuff works in the background. I know how grades are put together. I know what teachers sometimes do at the last minute to help kids that they know are smart, but maybe just didn't get something together. I know how it works, y'all. I got the T. I'm 31. I got the T. Okay. So if y'all want these hacks, y'all just let me know. If you know other people need these hacks, tell them to come on, send your friend a quick text and be like, hey, we need help. Come on over. Cause I'm about to give y'all the straight tea on how you got a 40-year test. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about it. Your teachers are the worst. You don't even learn. They still gotta give you a grade though. Y'all may not like them, but you still got to get a grade from them. You can't go to school because of the weather. I should be a counselor. I've thought about being a counselor, but I don't want to go back to school. That's the truth. Do the teachers have like fights? Sometimes. I ain't giving you that tea. Your crush is ignoring you, ignore him too. And move on. Because he already showing you that he gonna be trash. Today was cold, you were done 11:58. Okay, it'll be on YouTube. Bye. You want to do online so bad. Everyone at your school is so toxic. You can't do it? There's Zoom. It's okay. Y'all used to Zooming. Do we have favorite students? Yes, but we'll never tell you. I mean, I don't. I would never tell. Like, I still have, like, matter of fact, I am proud of you, Unquestionable. Like, I'm in a group chat with some of my students that I taught last year. So, but they asked me just the other day, we were all on a FaceTime group chat, and they were like, did you have favorites? Who's your favorite? I said, I'm never going to tell you. Even though I'm not your teacher anymore, I'm not telling you. I ain't about to shoot your high horse down. I love all y'all my favorites. But do I have ones that I'd rather have multiple of them than you? Yes. Will I tell you? No. Your grades in music be slipping. You have to sleep at 9. You wake up at 6. Whew. Okay, Strawberry. All right, we're going to get started. What time is it? Do I ship students? I don't know what that means. Okay, it's 8:10. Let's get started. All right. So before we begin, as always, let me tell you all what I would like to happen while I'm talking. So if you have a question that does not deal with the topic that I'm addressing, please save it for when I go live during the day, or save it for Saturdays. Do I need to call Daddy up here because you're not in the bed? Then go to bed, please. No, go to bed. Sorry, my children are not in the bed. Close the door. Close the door. All the way. All the way. Y'all just. So if you have questions that deal with anything besides what I'm talking about right now, save them for when I go live during the day or Saturdays, because y'all know that's our Q&A day. Okay, our Q&A night. Same time like it is right now. Okay. Second thing, I don't even have a copy on me right now. My book is available. I do ship internationally. So go ahead and order that book. Head over to my website. Link is in the bio. Now, if you would like to apply to be a part of my first live book club on Zoom, you will get a copy of my book and the companion journal for free, but you have to apply. Link is in my bio. Also, if you are not a part of Girlfriend Gang, what is you doing? Why are you not a part of Girlfriend Gang? Because we are going to have our first ever virtual talent show. We're going to have a virtual talent show, y'all. So that means that all of the talented girls that are on Girlfriend Gang, whether you sing, whether you act, whether you write, whether you do art, whether you play an instrument, whatever you do, we are going to feature your talent. So the sign up is over on Girlfriend Gang, but I am going to post it for people on TikTok tomorrow. So if you want to be one of the first to secure your spot, make sure you sign up tonight. Okay. Now that's said, if you have questions about anything that I'm going to talk about today, like if your question pertains to what I'm going to say today, then make sure you save your question for the end. Okay. We ready to go? Y'all ready for these hacks? Because I got I'm going to show y'all stuff on my tablet, everything. So I used to be a teacher. For many of you that don't know, some of you that are just following me, I used to be a teacher. I taught 4th and 5th grade. I've taught 4th grade and 5th grade in Baltimore. I've taught 4th and 5th grade when I taught in another country for 2 years. And I taught 4th grade when I taught back in the United States in Georgia for almost half a year. Okay. So I know how it works when it comes to grades. I know how it works when it comes to weights. So how you're grading certain things, what the system is on. I know what needs to be done by a student for them to pass. I was also in school forever. So I know what it's like to calculate a grade, to figure out what you need to pass a class. Like on this final exam, this is the grade I need in order for me to at least make a C. I used to do all of those same calculations that I'm going to teach y'all how to do today. There's actually, which I didn't know, there's actually a website that can help you calculate your grade. Okay. But you have to get the information I'm going to tell you that you need in order for you to be able to check it out. Okay. So I know y'all are stressed about school. I know y'all are like feeling like, why, like I'm over this, and y'all are in a really tough time, and one thing I want you to do first is to give yourself grace. Okay. And grace is basically, trying to figure out how to define grace. Grace is basically you ease up on yourself because of what's going on. You say, I know I'm not doing my best. However, this is what's happening in my life right now. Okay. So you want to be able to give yourself grace. We are in the middle of a pandemic. There's crazy stuff happening all over the world, literally. There's stuff being torn down, burned down, all kinds of stuff happening all over the world. Y'all stressed out. Y'all know y'all parents stressed out. So your home life is stressed out. Some of y'all are doing, yes, my low battery. Some of y'all are doing online school. You've never done online school before. That's something different. You're also going to school, but half your friends are not even in school because of coronavirus. So you're not able to talk to your friends. You can't go over your friends' houses. It's just so much going on. If you play at school, you're scared to play with somebody at school because you don't know if they got coronavirus. So it's just like, it's so much unknown. It's a lot of fear. It's a lot of anxiety. And what I don't want to happen, and what I'm sure is happening, which I didn't want to happen, but it's almost like you got to give yourself grace because this is new for everybody. But grades are slipping. I had one person say, I've never gotten bad grades before in my life until this year. And it's because everything is different, right? Everything is rough right now. So what I'm here to do right now is give you the tips, give you the little inside scoop on how you can at least, if you did terrible this term, how you can at least make a C, possibly, depending on when your semester ends. Now, I'm not promising no miracles, but for you to at least make a C before the end of the term. So it's not the best grade, but it ain't failing, right? We just at least don't want to be failing. So that's what today's lesson is on. Okay, so I've done a small video on this before where I talked about the different things you can do, but I'm actually going to show you exactly how to calculate your grade and what it could be. Okay. Now, the reason that this is important is because you want to know, what do I need to put all my attention into before the end of the term, before grades come out? What do I need to put all my attention towards? Is it homework? Is it my final test? Is it my quizzes? What is it that I need to put my all towards before the end of the term so I can at least get a C? Okay. First term was terrible. That's real. First term was probably terrible for a lot of y'all. It was stressful, crazy stressful. Okay. So we're going to talk about how to try to at least make up for a little bit of it before the end of the term, and then how to get back on track for the second term. Okay. So, excuse me, if you've seen any of my lives or you watched the video, the one thing I've talked about multiple times is finding out the weights of your grade. What are the weights? Okay. When I say weights, this is what I mean. The assignments that you have, the basic assignments are quizzes, tests, projects, homework, quizzes, tests, project, homework, and what else? Quizzes, tests, project, homework. I think that's it. And maybe class participation, depending on your grade. It's the same for sixth grade. Every class has weights. Okay. Your teachers, if you're a sixth grade or up, sometimes fifth grade, they'll give you something called a syllabus. Okay. So a syllabus is basically, they tell you what to expect in the class. They tell you the class expectations, and they also tell you the weight of the different assignments in the class. Okay. It don't have to be scary. We're going to talk through it. Okay. So sometimes tests are worth 50%. So you know you have to do well on tests. Sometimes homework is worth 50%. Sometimes classwork is worth 30%. Sometimes projects is worth 40%, right? Though I know we see them in the syllabus and we're not really pressed about them. We like, I don't even know what this means. I just know I need to do good on these tests. Like, that's what we think. I just need to do good on my tests. I will pass. That is not how it works. Okay, let me tell you, as a teacher, just because you do great on your test does not mean that you're going to get an A in the class. Just because you get 100% on your test, unless your tests are weighed very high in your grade, when it comes to the grade calculation, that does not automatically get you 100. I had what we call gifted kids that were in my class. And those are kids that were kind of high achievers. They might be called high achievers at your school. And I had high achievers that could ace any test I put in front of them, always in the green, but never did my homework. And if any of my old students are on here, yes, I'm talking about you. But they will pass all my tests, but they never did homework. And they ended up with C's and D's and F's in my class because of the weight. That's why I've been saying over the past few weeks, ask your teacher, what is the weight of your grade? Okay, somebody's saying summative is 70, homework and quizzes are 30. Okay, so you got to focus exclusively on tests, or find out what you need to get on your homework assignments to make up for the low grades you might get. Okay, you're all girl school high achievers. Okay, that's good. So the weights matter, because you could do terrible at tests, but then if you score 100% on your quizzes and your classwork, that can boost your grade. Okay. But if you're not doing any homework, let's say it's 40% homework, 50% tests, 10% projects, right? If you get 100% on all your tests, that's great. But if you do no homework, that A and that F may not even average out to a C. You might be looking at a C or a D. So I need you to understand why it's important for you to know the weights of these grades. So that way, at the beginning of the year, this is where I need to focus my time. Okay, I'm bad at tests. Tests are worth 30% of my grade. Okay, if I'm bad at tests, they're 30% of my grade. Okay, what else is there? All right, projects are worth 20%. Okay, good. I know I can do very good on my projects. Okay, homework is 30%. All right, I know I do my homework, right? So let's say you got F's on your tests, D's, F's on your tests, right? But then you get A's on all your homework assignments and projects. Your grade goes up, even though your tests are not great. So it's important that you learn the weights. Okay, so let me show you this. And I wish I knew this website existed. Okay. And I'm going to post this on my TikTok later on. And I'll post this in the bio here. So if you can see it, this is called, let me see. Hold up. If it'll show. There we go. Okay. So this is called calculator.net. Okay. Calculator.net. So with calculator.net, and I'm going to show you all the different ways. Okay. At calculator.net, you can put in your assignments. Got to make sure it's right. Okay. You can put in your assignments, the grade, and then the weight. Okay. Assignments, grade, and weight. Okay. So let's say you got your homework. What does that say? 90%, but it's only worth 5% of your grade. Let's say you had a project and you got a B on it, and it's 20% of your grade. Let's say you got, what does that say? Your midterm exam, you got an 88%, and that's worth 20% of your grade, right? So we got 20 plus 20 plus 5, that's 45%. So then let's put in, let's see. Let's do another homework assignment. Homework 2, let's say you got 100%, and that's 5%, right? Let's say you did another project, and this time you got an A, a 100, and that's worth 20%. So we got 20, 20 at 60, 70. And then let's say your end exam, you got a 60 on, but that was worth 24, 6, 70, 25% of your grade. Okay. So once I calculate that, that's my phone, I'm sorry. So once I calculate it, I don't know if you can see it. It tells me what my grade is going to be in the class. Okay. So based on what I put in, I messed up. Based on what I put in, I would get a B- in the class. Okay. Can you stop? Okay. That's based on what I put in. I will get a B- in the class. Now, so the reason why I say this is important, oh my gosh, stop. I gotta leave this group. Okay, so basically, once I have all of that calculated, now I understand what my grade is going to be. So what I challenge you to do is put in your grades and assignments into this website. So it tells you, or you could probably already see what you have in the class, okay? But another thing that's good is you can also start to try to figure out what grade, if I don't want to get a B, right? Let's say I don't want to get a B, or let's change this so we don't have a good grade. Let's say my midterm, I got a 60. Let's see, where is it at? Let's say for my midterm, I got a 60. My project, I got a 85 in my end exam. Okay, so now let's calculate it. Okay, so now I have a C. Okay, so now my grade, oh my God, now my grade is a C. Now what's helpful is this. Let's say I did even worse than that. Let's say on my end exam, oh, it went away. It's okay. Let's say my end exam, instead of that, I got less than that. That way it shows me again if I'm failing or if I'm going to pass. Now, this is one thing I do like about this website. Okay. Let's say, I'm about to leave this group. Give me a second, please. Because they are just getting on my nerves. My goodness. Let's just hide alerts. There we go. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Nope, wrong one. Okay. So one of the good things about this is, yeah, I just muted them. One of the good things about this is you can have the assignments, and then there's something at the bottom that says final grade goal. Okay. So let's say, and I'm just putting this in, y'all stick with me. So let's say I did homework 1 W. Let's say I got a 90, but that's only 10% of my grade. Let's say I did a quiz, didn't do so hot, I got a 40, and that's worth 10% of my grade. Let's say I did another homework, got 100, that's only 10%. Let's say I took a test, I got a 45, that's worth 35% of my grade. So that's 10, 20, 30, 35, 65. Let's say then I took another quiz and I got a 70. And I'm putting all this in just right now because I'm trying to show y'all how this works and how it can help you to pass your class. Okay. That's worth another 10%, 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 75. Then let's do homework 3. I got 100 again. That's only 10%. Okay. All right. So because of those grades, this is calculator.net. And then you go to other calculators and then you do school. Okay. So you're going to be using the website a lot. I love it, Debbie. So far right now, I have a D. Okay. This is just me putting in random stuff. This is the part that I like. And this is where I need you to pay attention. What in the, I know I just muted this. Sorry. This is where I want you to pay attention. Okay. At the bottom, I know I just said I mute. I'm about to just leave. Just stop, y'all. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Give me a second. This is so annoying. This is the group chat with some of my students. Annoying. If y'all on here, annoying. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Let's get back to it. Okay. So this is where I like this website. Let's say right now you got a D, right? At the top it says I have a D average. If I go to final grade planning and I say to myself, I need to get a 70, right? Right now I got a 60 something. I need to get a 70. I'm going to put in, it says final grade goal. I'm going to put in 70. Okay. Then I'm going to press calculate. Where is it at? Final grade goal. Okay. This is what it tells me. It says a grade of 95% is needed for the remaining 15% of tasks to ensure the final grade of 70. So what that tells me is somewhere on here, I need to get 15% as a, not like whatever is 15% of my grade, I need a 95. So whether that's two more homework assignments that get me 100, I do those, I can get a 70. Whether that is one test by itself, I need to get close to a 95 or at least close to maybe a 70. Now the good part is they're telling me I need a 95 on something that has a weight of 15%. Okay. So let's say I'm like, okay, I got one more test coming up. What do I need to get that 70? So I'm going to start playing around with this. Okay. I know I got a test coming up. Right now I got a D. I don't want a D. I want a C. Okay. It's called calculator.net. And then when you go on there, you're going to scroll down to other calculators and then go to grade calculator. Okay. So now I'm going to figure out, okay, what grade do I need on my test? Remember, my test is worth 35%. What grade do I need on my test to get me at least a 70? I'm going to try, let's see if I can get a 70 on the test. Maybe that will give me a 70 on the class. Okay, something went wrong. Hold on, wait. Oh, it says total. Okay. So let's make this 15. Let's make this. Sorry, y'all, I got to redo this. 15, 15. Okay. So that tells me if I at least get a C on my test, I can get a 71. Okay. That's why I say learn the weights so you can put this in so you can start saying, what do I need to pass this class? Okay. If I'm not a good test taker, I want to put all of my assignments in and figure out what do I need to pass. Another good tool this one has is called a final grade calculator. Okay. Let me show you. So it says final grade calculator. All right. On my final grade calculator, I'm going to figure out, okay, so let's say right now, so remember it said I had a 66. Okay. So I put in 66. Let me delete this. Okay. So let's say right now in your class, you have a 66. Okay. Right now you have a 66. The grade you want, in order for you to not be put on punishment, let's say it's a 75. Okay. So now I want a 75, so I don't get put on punishment. That's what I'm gonna put here. Now, how much is my final worth? Your teachers will tell you that. What is the percentage of my final towards my final grade? Okay, that percentage is 10% of your grade. Okay, so now I have 66 is what I have. I need a 75, and the final exam is worth 10%. Okay. So now I need to find out, what do I need to get on my final? Yeah, we're talking about school. What do I need to get on my final to get that 75? It's going to calculate it for me. Oh, Lord. So it says, no, that's wrong. Hold on, wait. Because ain't no way that's going to happen. It said 156. Okay. If my final is worth 35%, I changed it. If it's worth 35%, I need to get a 91. Or really round it up, a 92%. In order for me to pass the class. Okay. So my first task for you, if you're stressed out about school, if they gave you a syllabus, which is a piece of paper that tells you about your class when you first join the class, you need to find that syllabus or ask your teacher for a copy of your syllabus and find out the weights of your class. Find out the weights of your assignments. Okay. That's important. So you can start figuring out, okay, what do I need to put all my energy towards in order for me to at least get a C? Is it homework? What weighs the most? Is it my final project? How much is my final project worth? Go to bed. No, good night. How much is my final project worth? How is it going? How much of it goes towards my final grade? And whatever that is, that's what I'm going to put all my attention to. Okay. Now this leads me into my next tip. So my second tip is you want to start making a list of your most important assignments to your least important assignments. Okay. One way that you can do that is based on the weights. So if I know that my project is worth more than my homework, when it goes to me making my list of what I need to finish my unfinished assignments or my assignments that are due before the end of the term, project is going first. Because I know it works real good. I'm gonna talk about that too. Because I know my project can boost my grade. If I get 100, if I get a 90, if I get an 80, it will boost my grade. So let me put that at the top of my list of to-do things, of all the things I need to do to pass. That's going at the top. That's getting my best effort. And I'm turning that in on time as soon as my teacher says they need it. I'm doing a checklist. I'm checking everything off. I'm doing all of it because that has the most weight when it comes to my grade. Okay. If homework has the most weight, I'm going to finish all my homework assignments first. And I'm also, and this is another tip, I'm also going to go back to my teacher and say, I apologize for not doing my homework assignments when you told me to. Is there any way I could still do them and get partial credit? Write that word down. Partial credit or even half credit. Okay. A 20 is better than a 0. Trust me on this. A 50 is better than a 0. So you want to do your best to get at least partial credit for missed assignments. Okay. If you know you didn't do some of those old assignments that were due at the beginning of the year, you need to go dig in that book bag, or you need to send a nice email to your teacher or go up to them nicely with a small gift or a little drawing or something and say, I want to apologize for not paying as much attention at the beginning of the year as I should have. I want to know, is there a way for me to make these assignments up for partial credit? Don't go in there bold. Now I'm talking from a teacher. Don't come in my face bold talking about how can I get 100? You could have got 100 6 weeks ago. Where was you at 6 weeks ago when I was giving you all this assignment because I knew your homework grade was important? Where were you at 6 weeks ago? So don't come in my face mad at me because you got a low grade, but you ain't did none of my assignments from 6 weeks ago. And now you sitting here asking, oh, can I please get some extra credit work for 100%? No, but I will let you make up your assignments for partial credit because a 50 is better than a 0. That was a little teacher in me. Came out a little bit. But a teacher is more willing when you humble yourself. So when you don't try to be begging for a good grade because you think you deserve it, when you ain't did no homework, okay, go in and ask nicely if you can make up those assignments for partial credit. A 50 is better than a 0. Go for the 50 because that's all you got right now. She said that was scary. Go for the 50 because that's all you got. Because they give you 100, they real nice. For me, as for me and my teaching, no, but you're going to take this 50, you're going to be all right. Go in humbly, ask if you can make them up, and say that you would like it for partial credit. Okay? Partial credit is better than a 0. And that partial credit will still boost you up and will even if it's just a 5-point boost. Right? Even if you go from a 60 to a 65, you closer to the 70. Even if you go from a 65 to a 67, you closer to the 70. Right now, and this is why I'm saying 70, because we at the end of the term, and right now y'all got maybe a month and some change left to try to do right, to try to get better, to try to make up for, everything that was going on at the beginning of the term, because it was a lot. Y'all didn't know if y'all was going to be in school or if you're going to be on a computer. Y'all just didn't know. So it's important that now that you kind of gotten yourself together, and hopefully teachers are more gracious. I don't know, because I ain't in it. But what I'm saying is you've gotten yourself together. you started to understand, now that you start seeing the little low grades and you starting to realize what kind of punishment you're going to be on because of what's happened before. Now we're going to reel it back in and we're going to say, okay, these are the mistakes that I made. I didn't do my homework when I should have. Can I have partial credit? And I'm going to do better as the year progresses. All right. But it's important for you to understand that you still have options. Like some of y'all look at your grades and you feel like there's no way you can pass. Some of y'all looking at your test and you're like, there's no way I can pass. That's not true. Okay. I'm not just saying that because I'm your big sis, right? I'm not just saying it for that reason. I'm saying it because I'm a teacher and I know, and I've had students that turn it around. I've seen students turning it around where they may have started with a 70, but then they started to understand the importance of what was going on and they understood the weights of my grades. Once I started telling them, hey, your homework grade is very important. Your homework is worth more than your test. Then I started seeing kids turn more homework in. I started giving students the chance to earn partial credit, and that's when their grades made a turnaround. So please understand, from a previous teacher, it is not too late for you to pass that class. It is not too late. But you have to understand how everything is being calculated in your grade. Because there have been times I will have kids, I'm going to give you two examples. I've had kids, like I said, that have aced all my tests, all the quizzes, but didn't do my homework because they felt they were smart enough and their test grades were going to get them A's. And they were like, oh, I'm not worried about it. I got an A on that test. I got an A on that test. But then when that grade came out and they say, how did I get a D? Because you didn't do none of my other work. And you thought tests were going to carry you through, and they did not. Because there will be times I will put in 100 for a test, 100 for the next test, 100 for the next test. But then I gave 10 homework assignments. 0, 0, 0, 0, 50, 0, 0, 0. And that grade went from 100 or in the 90s to the 60s and the 50s because that homework grade was important. So even though some of y'all don't like doing homework, sometimes that homework grade, if you know the weights, sometimes that homework grade can save your grade. Hear me what I'm saying. Yes, 0 brings down your grade a whole lot. Yes, they do. That's why I said it is better for you to get a 50 than a 0. At least that boosts your grade. I mean, even if it's a half percentage, it boosts your grade enough. Okay, so that's important for you to look into. Okay, no, I'm not attacking. All right, find out the percentages. I'm gonna post this website on TikTok. I'm gonna do like a mini tutorial and explain it to you on there. I know y'all can't see it over here on YouTube. And I'm gonna show you how to use it quickly. And then I want you to go in and use it. You're a little late seeing it, but it's okay. All right. I'm telling you, as soon as you get off this live or as soon as you get to school tomorrow, go in with a piece of paper and say, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, can you please let me know what the weights of my grades are? Then you can go on this website and tally up what your grade is right now based on the percentages and what you need to pass. Okay, so do I need to do all my homework assignments? More than likely, yes. Okay. But will that outweigh your project, your final project? If it doesn't, calculate up on this website. What if I do my project and I do 5 out of my 10 homework assignments? What's my grade going to be? Okay. Let's say I have all my homework, but I have a test coming up. And I don't do really well on tests, but what if my test is worth 50% of my grade? Then I need to focus all my attention on studying, and I don't have to do 100% on my homework, but I at least should get it done, right? The website is calculator.net. And when you go on there, you're going to scroll down to where it says other calculators, and then you're going to click grade calculator. Okay, and I'm going to post this on TikTok after I get off of here. All right. But I'm telling you, this will help save your grade. There have been all kind of There have been all kind of times where I've gone on or I've had to calculate it by hand because I didn't know this website existed. But I've had to calculate by hand, what grade do I need to pass? Like that had to be my calculation. I'm not doing good in this class. Like I'll never forget my anatomy physiology class. You're in the UK. Yes, I think y'all have weighted assignments as well. Yeah, because in the UAE I had weighted assignments. So yes. So check with your teacher. Yeah. I was in my anatomy physiology class and I was not doing good in this class, y'all. Period. Like I was at a D and I was like, if I get a D, I'm gonna have to go to summer school. I don't feel like doing all of that. Okay. Will it work in Russia? Check with your teacher. You should have weighted assignments. Like I feel like that's an international thing. I know I did it when I was in the UAE. Happy birthday, Mackenzie. I know I did it when I was in the UAE. There were weighted assignments. So I think so. Check with your teacher though, when you go to school tomorrow. But I wasn't doing good in this class and I had to calculate what grade do I need to at least get a 70, like at least like bare minimum 70. And it was like, I needed to get like at least a 65 and I got like a 67. And then he added like 2% on there. And I mean, when I tell you I was like 70.9, boy, I was so excited. But I wouldn't have put that much energy into studying. I mean, I bombed the test still, but at least it got me to a 70. But I wouldn't have put in that much effort in studying if I didn't know what the weight of my grade was. And if I didn't calculate what I needed in order to at least get a 70 in the class. How are you supposed to talk about that with teachers online? Just send them an email. And ask them. Just send them an email and ask them. They might be like, why do you care about the weights? Look, I just need the weights in this class, please. Or have your mom email. Excuse me, what are the weights for the assignments? Okay, that's important. Second thing, when you are, Leah, send me a message so I can answer it after this, okay? But we talking about school right now. Send me a message, okay? Karoma, go watch my videos on periods. We talking about school for right now. Okay. All right. So second thing, if you are looking for avenues to help you study. So let's say that you can't just look at a piece of paper all day, try to figure stuff out. Okay. I'm going to show you these two websites and I'm going to share these two. Okay. So one of them is called Quizlet. I don't know if anybody's heard of this website before. So Quizlet has all type of different flashcards, diagrams, study guides. Okay. So let's say you need help with, let's see, I got to find something. So they have science, biology, languages, humanities, math. So let's do math. So let's say geometry. I know somebody was asking me about geometry. Okay. So you have your figures, you have some flashcards. Okay. So let's click into one. And this is the thing though. This is the thing I need y'all to know because I was a teacher. Teachers put these together. Teachers. This is not just random people. These are teachers that put these together. So like you really getting like the inside scoop because many times, and I'm telling you this because I was a teacher, teachers use these to create them for their students. So the students have something to study from. Okay. So let's do geometry vocabulary. Okay. And they have diagrams on there. You can click on it. This is the area, the definition, the space inside the shape, right? So all of that is available to you on Quizlet. Okay. So if you are in, let's go back. All right. Bye, Sarah. Let's say you're doing solid figures. Okay. So these are flashcards. So what are solid figures? A solid figure is a 3D dimensional shape. So if you're having a vocabulary test, boom, here you go. Okay, this is on Quizlet. Another one that some of you might know about, I know my kids loved it. Oh, I gotta log back in. Is, come on now. Oh my gosh, don't make me do all this. Hold up. It's Kahoot. Y'all know what Kahoot is. I don't know why does it treat me like, there we go. Okay. So with Kahoot, okay. Kahoot, if you can't just learn just on paper, like I don't, like I hate studying sometimes. So Kahoot is a good website that's like a quiz, right? And they show you, like you study the answers. So let's say, so like for fourth grade math, and it's not just like flashcards, it's not just definition. You love Kahoot. Yeah, I see people loving Kahoot. It's not just flashcards, it's not just diagrams, it's also problems. This is the thing. Pay attention. Teachers make these. Yes, quizzes is a good one too. Teachers make these. You find some students that make them. Teachers make these. So if you know your end of the year test is on, like your end of the year test is on math, they have fourth grade math review tests. Good job, I'm questionable. They have the tests. Place value, this for fourth grade. Excuse me, multiplication, addition, place value. Right? So here's Kahoot. So I just gave you Quizlet, which is flashcards, diagrams. I gave you Kahoot, and Quizzes is the same. I'm telling y'all, this is a whole hack. Like, listen, I would go in and I would find what another teacher made, and it would be good enough. It would be perfect. Okay. And you can find it on anything. Let's see. What else can we find on Kahoot? Let's do, what else y'all need? What y'all need to study for? What about your tests? Somebody give me something. Give me something y'all studying, or y'all gonna have a test on that you need help trying to figure out how to study for it. Give me a topic. Give me a subject. Chemistry. Chemistry. Boom. And look at this. Some of this is made by Kahoot themselves. So you got chemistry, the periodic table, and it asks you the questions, and you can play it. You can even play with some of your school friends. Somebody said on YouTube, Algebra 1. Let's see. Algebra 1. Boom. Algebra 1, semester 1 review, EOC review, Regents review, functions, scatter plots, multi-step equations. Somebody said coordinate planes. And these are ways to test yourself after you've been doing some studying. Coordinate plane, boom. Coordinate planes. And you can pick how many questions you want. 10 questions, you want 14, 23, 8. How many questions you want? 23. Boom. Boom. My YouTube is Hey Girl, it's Allison. All right. So these are other study tools that you can use when you don't want to just study on a piece of paper all the time. You don't have to just study with the book all the time. Spanish. I can't spell it. Spanish. Yes, this is how your teacher does it. Spanish. They got time, numbers, fruit, questions about Mexico, mercado, the stores, greetings, numbers, fruit. Yes, they have Spanish. They beg Kahoot at your school. You can get it at home. And it's a free account. You don't have to pay for anything. All right. So use some more creative ways instead of just staring at a screen, y'all. Use some creative ways. All right. Oh, and of course, my favorite that I've been talking about forever, KhanAcademy, the true GOAT, the GOAT of online learning, KhanAcademy. Okay, now I don't know if some of y'all have used Khan Academy before, so I'm gonna do a mini tutorial. They need to sponsor me, but it's all right. So you go to KhanAcademy.org, you click courses. So word up here that says courses. You're gonna go to courses, and it's gonna give you all of this. And this has grown ever since like I've been a teacher. Okay, they have all the grades, they have all the math classes, they got that algebra 1 on there, Debbie. Okay, they have prob and stat, AP classes, they have test prep, SAT, LSAT, LSAT, I'm sorry, yeah, LSAT, high school biology, US history. I don't think they have other languages. Okay, so let's just click. Let's do algebra 1. Somebody asked about algebra 1. Okay. Yes, I will write. I'm going to put all of this on my TikTok. Okay. So what it does, the thing I love about Khan Academy is Khan Academy breaks down the subject by, I'm trying to figure out how they do it by topics, but they also do it, they expand it, right? So if there is one problem, right? If there's one foundational thing you need to learn, they break it up into all the different pieces, right? So at algebra 1, they start with foundations. Okay. They have many quizzes on here. They have tests. There are ways you could test yourself. Okay. Let's see. I used to always go to 4th grade. They start with place value and they do it in the exact order. This is based off, well, for Americans, this is based off of the, what is it called? Common Core. So the way that your teacher teaches it to you week by week is the same way on Khan Academy. I know you can't see it. Hold on, wait. There we go. Okay. I know the guy's voice is funny. So you can click intro to place value and they break it down by video. They give you many quizzes to make sure you got it. So let's say, so this is why I love Khan Academy. Yes, I could do that. Yep. Christina. I know everything's based off America. It is a country. United States of America is a country. The continent is North America. Okay. So one of the things I love about Khan Academy is this. If you don't understand something within this grade, you can go back a grade and try to find that same thing. So let's say you're struggling with multiplication. You can go back to 3rd grade, which is where most people learn multiplication, at least in America. I'll speak for America. Where is it? And start practicing your multiplication. Okay, so that's the thing I love about it. Now, as far as I know, this has test prep. So their official SAT prep is on Khan Academy. North America is the continent. United States of America is the country. They have an official SAT prep, and it is free. It is free. Okay, so that's the SAT. And then they have the LSAT, 100% free. Okay. We're not going to argue in the comments about America, North America. It don't matter. Okay. So that is Khan Academy. I love Khan Academy. Khan Academy, if you ever see this video, sponsor me because I love you. Okay. All right. So once you've done your studying, you have your notes. You know, you have the ways you're studying. You don't just study just by writing everything. You can also study on these apps. College apps, I got to go back and research because I forgot all of mine. But I will look some up, okay? But what are the things that you need to work on? And then get those weights from your teachers because that's important. Use the tool I gave you, which I'm going to do a video about. Use the tool, calculate what your grade is now, and then start putting in random grades based on the assignments you have coming up. Okay. You can also figure out what do you need to get on your exam. Yep. Through them AP courses. Yep. What do you need to get on your exam, your final exam to get a 70? Okay. So let's start at 70. If you down in the 50s and 40s, let's start at 70s. Okay. How to remember a lot of information. I do it to music. So what I've heard, what people say, research says, is if you study something, listening to a certain song, and then you play that certain song, it helps during the test or whatever, it helps you to remember it. But I'm not sure. Yes, we can talk about productivity. Okay. Now, a good study hack when it comes to you finishing this work, because hopefully I don't have a whole lot of missing assignments, but if you do, it's okay, because this is what you're going to do. You're going to list out the assignments in the order you're going to do them. Okay, so whether that's easiest to hardest, hardest to easiest, this takes me 5 minutes to do. The last thing may take me over an hour. Whatever type of list you want to make in the order you want to do the assignments, do that. Okay, because what I don't want you to do is just sit and stare at all the missing assignments, sit and stare at your bad grade, and you do nothing because you feel overwhelmed and you shut down. Okay, we're not going to shut down. We're going to take all of those assignments. We're going to take everything that we see there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it from what we see and we're going to write it down and organize it. Okay, how you want to organize it is completely up to you. All right. Then once you do that, this is how you're going to work. If you have a hard time focusing, if you feel like you get overwhelmed fast, this is what you're going to do. Okay. Let me put it on a piece of paper. And somebody just talked about it, so that's what I'm talking about again. Okay. So you're going to work for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I have terrible handwriting. 20 minutes work. That's supposed to be a 2. Let me make it at least a little legible. 20 minutes work. Okay. So you're going to set an alarm to go off in 20 minutes. Once that alarm goes off, you're going to do 5 minutes of free time. 5 minutes of free time. Okay. So 20 minutes of work, set an alarm to go off. Alarm goes off, set another timer for 5 minutes and do whatever you want. Whether that's get on your phone, whether that's go on social media, whether that's run outside. I'm right-handed. Whether that's run outside, whether that's run around your house to get some energy, whether it's get a snack, whatever. Okay. Once that alarm goes off for 5 minutes, you're going to work for another 20 minutes. Okay. When that 20 minutes is over, you're going to do another 5 minutes of free time. And you're going to do this whole cycle over and over and over again until you complete what you need to complete. Okay. Now, what I don't want you to do is say, I'm going to do all my work during this session. No, you're not. Okay. I want you to set up a list of all the assignments you want to complete. Okay. So whether that's 5 assignments, 10 assignments, one big project, one big assignment, whatever it is, you need to make a list of what you're going to do. So that way this doesn't go forever. You don't want this to be all day, all night long, because this is what's going to happen. This 5 minute free time, if you keep doing this over and over, is going to end up being 30. That is so terrible. It's going to end up being 30 minutes. And then you'll never get back to doing what you were doing. Then you'll be mad at yourself. We don't want to do that. The most important thing I can say, and this has worked with me, this has worked for me. I have to set goals. Okay. I have to set goals. So that I have to be able to check off that I did something, that I was successful. Because if when I'm finished, or when I have my 30 minutes after I didn't have my work time and I finished nothing, I feel like a failure. I feel like I didn't do anything right. I know that's not true now, but that's how I used to feel. And that may be how some of you are feeling a lot of times, which is why you don't finish your work. So you want to set goals, small goals. Okay, small, attainable goals. So I'm going to do 5 homework assignments. That's it. I'm going to do 1 project. I'm going to work on my project and I'm going to work up until this point. Okay, you don't have to finish the whole thing in one sitting session. All right, because for your brain, that might be too much. I'm going to finish my whole project until I sit down and until I get up. No, because you get overwhelmed. And in your mind, you say, this is too much. So you need to set goals, set small goals. I'm going to work for 20 minutes and take a break for 5 minutes. Once you do it the first time, check it off. You did great. You met that goal. Now set that timer again. What's the second goal? Okay, my second goal is I'm going to finish and complete one assignment during the next cycle. Boom, you do it. Now let's check that off. Now we have more joy and we feel like we're successful. Okay, so that's important. I want y'all to feel successful. Even though these are crazy times, you can still feel successful. All right. Now, I'm be real with you. Y'all can't do this next term. Okay. I don't want to keep seeing the same TikToks talking about you sad, you depressed about school. I need you to do your work. Period. I need you to do your work. How can you finish all your missing assignments as due this Friday? Do exactly what I just said. Make a list of all the assignments and what you're going to do. Maybe they're most important to least important, hardest to easiest, easiest to hardest. And then you're going to set that 20-minute, 5-minute cycle timer. 20 minutes of work, set a timer. 5 minutes of free time, set a timer. 20 minutes of work, set a timer. 5 minutes of free time, set a timer. And you're going to do that cycle until you finish. But don't try to do everything in one day. How many assignments are you going to do per day? That's important. Okay. We're not doing this next term, y'all. Next term, we're going to have the weights. We're going to get in our minds how we learn the best. And we're going to do this work next term. Okay. You skip lessons, they're useless. Don't always think they're useless. Sometimes I used to, this is so terrible. I just want to see who was paying attention, who would do my work. I would literally there was one time I gave my kids the test the day before the test to see if they would do their homework. I gave it to them as a study guide. I gave them the exact test and to see if they would do their study guide. Nope, they didn't do so well. So don't skip over everything your teacher says now, because you never know. They might be giving you all the answers that you need. I'm telling you, that's mean. That ain't mean. They weren't doing their homework. You skip and do some work. Y'all can't be skipping these Zoom. Y'all don't know if attendance is part of your grade too, class participation. Y'all need to find out. I'm telling you. Maria, we've been talking about grades, so you can catch the replay. And you have motivation. Set goals about why you're in school, right? So if you know you want to be a fashion designer, you know you want to be even a YouTuber. If your dream is to become a YouTuber or influencer, okay, you need school. Let me tell you why. Because the minute you get on as an influencer and you can't spell, you're not going to have anybody's influence nowhere. All you're going to get is the spelling, and you're going to get the spelling police. That's all you're going to get on your views. Okay. You also need to understand math to become an influencer and a YouTuber. Why? Because you need to be able to calculate how many followers and listeners and watchers do I need in order for me to attain this amount of money. And you need to be able to calculate that. Okay. These videos got this amount of views. If I continue to make these type of videos and get these views, this is what my paycheck will be. Right. Okay, I need to get this many brand deals for this amount of money in order for me to have this type of paycheck at the end of the year. Or we'll also need to calculate in paying taxes on my own because they're paying me directly, they're not taking taxes out. So I need to be able to calculate that as an independent, as somebody that works for themselves. So y'all saying I don't have a motivation. No, learn this math because it comes in handy with taxes. It comes in handy when you learn the money side of your business, because you don't want to just bring somebody on and say, I trust you with my money. And then they run off with it the next day and they've been scamming you for 2 years. No, can't do that. Find out what about ELA is hard and ask your teacher for additional work. Okay. So y'all got this. Yeah, LLC is the same. LLC is the same. You definitely have to know how to structure LLC so that people don't come after you for tax evasion or not paying your taxes. You can go to jail for that. Okay, so that's important. It's important. How do you survive math? Take it a day at a time. If you're struggling with fractions, you need to go back to division. I know that because I taught fractions. If you're struggling with fractions, you need to go back to division and multiplication. Okay, especially division, because with fractions, you have to be able to take out the equal parts to understand if it's an improper fraction, if it's a proper fraction, changing it from a improper fraction to a mixed number, from a mixed number back to an improper fraction. That's multiplication, division all the way, or even repeated addition. And you can get on KhanAcademy and they'll teach you that. KhanAcademy has a great unit on fractions from beginning to end, like what a fraction is, what a fraction looks like, all of that. That's good. I'm glad you're doing better. Good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna log off of here. I will be posting this information on my TikTok, so stay on the lookout. I might even link it to the bio. I might even put it as a link in my bio to help y'all out so you can just click on it whenever. All right. You got an 8%. So last point. If you know that your grade is not going to be good at the end of the term, this is how you can ease. This is about to be so terrible, but I'm going to tell you the truth. This is how you can ease into telling your parents. When you see a grade or when you see your test, you need to go back and redo the problems that you got wrong. Have that just on a notebook and on a piece of paper somewhere. Okay. When that grade comes out, these are the things that you need to have. You need to have your test redone with the questions that you got wrong, explain to your parents what you got wrong. And you also need to have a plan for the next term to tell them how you plan to bring your grade up. That will show them responsibility. That will show them that you understand the seriousness of school. And even though you may still be on punishment, the yelling and the fussing that you might get might be brought down to a minimum because you have a plan in place. Okay? Those are what you need. You need to have redone your tests, find out what you got wrong, redo it and get them right. You need to have a plan in place on how you're going to improve. And what else did I say? A plan in place, how you're going to improve, and something else. I forgot. I forgot that quick. That is terrible. Redo all your tests, a plan for how you plan to pass the next term and bring that grade up. And I forgot what the third one was. I hope y'all remember it. I'm gonna have to watch the replay because I forgot. But you all need to have that and present it to your parents the day your grades come out. Like as soon as you give them that envelope or as soon as they download it on their phone and they say, come here and come explain these grades. First of all, mom and dad, I want to apologize because I did not give my best this term. Okay, I did not do everything that I was supposed to do this term. I was overwhelmed, but that is not a full excuse for me not to give my best. Here are my plans. I do want to let you know that I did not do well on these 3 tests. However, if you take a look at my notes, I did redo those tests, the problems that I got wrong, and I understand what I did wrong. So I am on a right track to understanding exactly what happened. Okay. Also, I've created a plan for how I'm going to improve my grades and improve my studying habits on the next term. So if you would like to read that plan and add anything to it, here you go. But I do want to let you know that I do take this serious and I know that I should have done better and I did not. Now, you probably still might get yelled at a little bit, but they're going to be like, dang, you got a plan? You ain't never did this before. I'm telling y'all, come up with a plan and follow the plan. If you would help me, mom and dad, to implement this plan for the next term, I would really appreciate it. Okay. So when the bad grades come out, have your plan and have those tests redone. Y'all laughing, but okay. I'm telling y'all, it'll ease it. You might still get a little bit. You might still be on punishment, but that initial shock will wear down a little bit when they see that you are, when they see that you're serious. Okay. All right. I'm going to log off of here, but of course I'm going to pray before I go. All right. And if you are not into prayer, you don't believe, that's perfectly fine. But I just always end my lives with a prayer. All right. So Father God, in Jesus' name, I come to you saying thank you. I thank you for every young girl here that is represented, even every young male here that's represented here and on YouTube and on the live, God. I thank you for their lives. I thank you for their health. I thank you for their strength, Lord. I thank you for the intelligence and the amount of knowledge that you've given them and the opportunities that you've given them to learn, because around the world, there are children everywhere that don't have opportunities to attend school and don't have opportunities to learn and to gain knowledge. So we first say thank you for that. We thank you that you've given us the opportunities. We thank you for the countries that we're born in, that we have access and opportunities within the education system, Lord. Right now, Lord, I pray that you will open their minds, Lord, to first understand and receive the knowledge that they're being given by their teachers. We know this is a crazy time, God, but you can still open our minds up to receive new information and new knowledge, Lord. I come against any words they've spoken over themselves where they just call themselves stupid. They just say, I'll never get this. I'll never understand this. Those are word curses, Lord. And I curse them at the root in the name of Jesus. And I speak they can learn. Their minds are open. Their minds are clear to receive new information. Lord, any places where they were confused, God, I speak that confusion go in Jesus' name, and that it be made clear to them even now in the name of Jesus, Lord. I speak, Lord, you will give them a plan. You will show them how to organize their grades. You will show them where to put the most effort so that they can finish this year out victorious. Even if their grades aren't top notch, Lord, they will finish this term out and will still feel victorious. They will still feel like they met the standards that they have set and that their teachers have set in the name of Jesus, Lord. And I pray that from this day forward, they will not have to rush. They will not have to struggle within the school system. They will not have to fight to understand, Lord, but that it will come easy and that it will come smooth in the name of Jesus. I pray even now, God, even standing as an educator, Lord, that you will ease the hearts of the teachers of these girls and of anybody else that'll watch this live, Lord. You will ease their hearts to be able to work with these students so that they can gain some level of success before the end of the term, that they will not be hard-hearted towards them, but that they will have empathy and they will show sympathy and also give grace unto them, Lord, because this has been a trying term. No matter where they live, no matter what time it is, no matter what school they're attending, this has been a trying year for everybody. And I just pray you will ease the hearts of teachers, even now in the name of Jesus, to be willing to help the students to find some level of success before the end of the term. I come against hardened hearts, even from the girls to their teachers, Lord, that they will let their guard down and let the teacher know what they've been going through, what they've been experiencing, and that they need help, Lord. I come against the spirit of pride that will keep their mouths closed to ask for help. I speak, decree, and declare from this day, they will ask for help, and they will not be afraid to do it. They won't be afraid to raise their hand out of fear of what other people will think. They will ask for help. They will seek out the help that they need to be successful, because what other people think of us is none of our business. I pray sweet sleep over them. I come against the spirit of anxiety that will keep them up late at night, worrying about their grades, worrying about their tests, Lord. I speak that they will have sweet sleep. I come against the spirit of nightmares. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, I love y'all. I'm signing off. All right. So go ask your teacher for them weights. Happy birthday, Kyra. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyra. Happy birthday to you. All right. So I love you too, good vibes. So it's all right, cry, girl. Let it out. And then we're gonna get it together and we're gonna do these tests and we're gonna master these lessons. All right. But go ask your teacher for the weights of your assignments. Go to that website, calculator, what was it? Calculator.net. Go and calculate. Okay? That's important. That's who that is. All right. I love y'all. Yes, go to school. All right. I love y'all. Peace. Bye, y'all.